Good afternoon. This is the online tutorial class for time value of money. Okay, now we look at the tutorial question first. Okay, for the first questions, asking Chu about would you prefer to have an investment earning 5% for 40 years or an investment earning 10% for 20 years? And ask you to explain. Okay, but looking at this one, and you will find that you are being offered two different kinds of the investment. But no matter how, the main difference is among two important things. One is the interest rate, one is the number of the years. And that's why you need to discuss on that, and because that is related to the future value. But no matter how, that will be uh, using the compounding concept. Okay, and by looking at that, you better to using a simple example to illustrate what will be the implication and the outcome of these two different investment. Okay, let's say we use $1 as the amount to invest, and then by looking at the first one, you will find that for $1 under a 5% interest rate for 40 years, it will become $7.04. Okay, now we look at the second investment, and this $1 under a 10% interest rate for 20 years, and it will become $6.73 only. And by looking at that, you will find that for the first investment, it is much larger than the second one. And you will find that this example is trying to illustrate and the importance of time and about the compounding frequency. Okay, you need to identify that is about the compounding frequency, and you're building much more wealth for the investor. Okay, it tries to highlight these key things, importance of time. Okay, that's why you should create a simple example to illustrate. Okay, second one is about the present value of different discount rate. Okay, for this one, you are applying the financial management, the concept of discounting. Okay, for this one, as you will find that the question provides you different percentage for different year. 8% for the first year, 7% for the second year. And because of that, and you need to discount the amount in the individually. Okay, that's why the computation will apply this simple equations and using the future value 5,000 divided by 1 plus 0.008 times 1 plus 0.07. Okay, then we can work out it will become 4,326.76. Okay, then the third one about moving cash flow. And what is the value in year 3 of a 700 cash flow made in year 6 if the interest rate are 10%? Now, when you read the question, be careful. It mentioned about you want to know about in year 3 what will be the amount. About a $700 that will be in year 6. Okay, that's why that will be related to a discount of the future value in year 6 back to year 3. Okay, that's why you should, okay, using this approach to discount the concerning amount. Okay, that's why when you write the formula, you should write clearly. That is about you want to find is the present value in year 3 and the future value in year 6 to discount back to 3 years before. Okay, that's why according to that, it will become 525.92. Okay, and but if you don't use this approach to work it out, and you may use your financial calculator to work it out. Now, if you're using your financial calculator to work it out, if that is under an examination or test environment, you should provide all this information out. Basically, you should write out all the items. In total, we have five 4 should be known figures, and the one that is unknown, that is the item that you want to find it out. Okay, that's why for this question you are required to find out the present value. Okay, and what is the other 4 that you know about? Is about the time. Okay, the time why it is n equal to 3. You need to write down something that is because 6 minus 3. Okay, because you want to discount the concerning amount from year 6 back to year 3. That means that is related to 3 years before, and you need to show this working in your answer. Okay, and finally it will become n equal to 3, and then the interest rate I, and that will be 10%. And any payment, regular payment, there is no. That's why you write down 0. And the future value is in year 6 is $700. Okay, $700. Okay, that's why you want to find it out what will be the present value. That's why you substitute all this or using your computer, press those buttons, and then you can work it out. Now, I have already uploaded the user guide for you to learn how to use your financial calculator. You should use your financial calculator, try to work it out, and to have some more patterns by yourself. Okay, it will give you the same figures, 525.92. Okay, there is 2 different approaches. One is using the formula, one is using the financial calculator. Either one will be accepted, but for calculator, and you should write all this information out. Okay, if you don't write, you just write answer, I will just give you the answer mark. You lose the working marks already. Okay, if you're using the formula to work it out, and then you should show all the calculation clearly. Okay, then number 4. Okay, for this one, it's about 2 person. Okay, first of all, it's about Haley. Haley, 10 years ago, she have already invested 3,000 and locked in an 8% annual interest rate for 30 years. And 20 years from now, that means Haley have already invested 10 years before, and the amount is 3,000 under 8% annual interest rate. Okay, and that will be mature in 30 years. Another person, agent can make a 20-year investment today and lock in a 10% interest rate. And how much money should be invested now in order to have the same amount of the money in 20 years as Haley? Now for this one, then you'll find that another person, agent, want to make the same investment, and because of that, he just have 20 years to accumulate the amount, and also the interest rate are being mentioned a little bit more, is 10%. Okay, and ask you how much should he invest now in order to have the same amount as Haley in 20 years as Haley. Okay, that's why because of that we need to work out what will be the amount that Haley will receive in year 30. And that's why first of all we will work out the amount that will be 20 years later Haley will receive. In total that will be 30 years, because she have already invested 10 years already. Okay, that's why it's about the future value of 30 years later, and the present value have already invested in before, is 10 years before already. Okay, and to the compound of 30 years. Okay, that's why because of that, and you will find that finally we can work out Haley in year 30, she will receive 30,187.97. Okay, that will be the amount that Haley will receive, as you will find that agent want to receive this same amount 20 years later. Okay, because of that, what should be the amount that agent should invest now? Okay, because of that, you will find that agent has to invest how much. If you're using the manual approach, that means the present time, and we want to find out 20 years later under the discount, what will be the amount that he need to invest now. Okay, because that is the 30 years afterward, Haiti will receive 30,187.97. We need to discount this amount to the present moment so that we know about what should agent invest now. Okay, that's why that will be discounted by 20 years under the 10% interest rate. Okay, finally we can find out the amount should be 4,487.25 that agent should invest now, and then under a 10% interest rate to accumulate the compound interest together. That will be the same amount as Haiti, and that will be 30,187.97. Now for this one, and you can also use your financial calculator to work it out. For Haiti, you can work it out like that, and for agent, you can work it out like that. Both way, okay, is accepted. Okay, if you are work on your assignment, and you may using either one of that. But if you are the presentation group, I expected that you should show all of that to your classmate and explain it clearly to your classmate, and also showing using your financial calculator to show how to pass it out. Okay, but at the present moment it is almost impossible. You cannot do it in that way. That's why I would just mention about when I evaluate your presentation report, and I will look into whether you have provided all this information out or not. Okay, we'll continue on another question that will be related to chapter 3 about the annuities cash flow. Okay, the first questions that is about the present value of the multiple annuities. That means not just one annuities. That should be multiple, more than one. Okay, now we look at the information given by the questions. A small company business owner visit the bank, asks for a loan, and the owner stating that he can repay a loan at 1,500 per month for next 3 years, and then 500 per month for 2 years afterward. If the bank is charging customer 8.5% APR, how much would it be willing to lend the business owner? Now you should rearrange the information, and so that you will know about what is the annuities that will be involved. And there are 2 annuities, and you need to discount the concerning information to back to the present moment, and that means the present value. Okay, first of all, we will need to rearrange the information. But looking at that, you mentioned about the person will be paid 1,500 for 3 years per month for the first 3 years, and then 500 for the next 2 years. Okay, but be careful, that is per month. Okay, and because of that, you need to rearrange the information so that we will have 2 annuities. One will be like that, that is for 5 years, that is year 1, year 5. Okay, and then for this one, and you will find that the total amount, okay, from year 5 up to year 1, the amount will be 1,000. Oh, sorry, that should be 500, not 1,000. Sorry, should be 500. Okay, and then another one will be related to the first 3 years. Okay, that will be year 3. Okay, that will be 1,000. Okay, that's why that will be to the present moment. Okay, that will be the year 1, the same. Okay, Okay, you should rearrange the concerning information. There are two annuity. One is 500 for 5 years. One is 3 years for 1,000. Okay, that's why because of that, either one. Okay, you need to work out what will be the present value for these two annuity. You may use the annuity formula to work it out. Okay, for the first one, that will be related to the 500 for 5 years. Okay, but when you work on that, be careful. The amount 500 is per month. Okay, that's why you need to uh, adjust the information being provided by the question, because the question provided to is the APR, annual interest rate. Okay, that's why you need to divide this interest rate by 12. Okay, and then the concerning period is 5 years, but that is 5 years. It's not the compounding time. This should be 60. Okay, because 1 year we have 12 months. 12 times 5, that will be 60 months, and that will be compound 60 times. Okay, that's why that will be the first one. The second one, that will be the same. You should divide it by also 12 for the interest rate, and for the period, that is just for 3 years. That's why the number of time of the compounding is 36. Okay, then we can work out the two figures, 1 and 2, and then add them up. The total amount will be 56,048.7. Okay, another way to do it is using your financial calculator. Then that will be much more easy. And what you need to do is showing this information clearly out. The number of time of the compounding, the interest rate. Now you should write it clearly. Okay, if you write it wrongly, you lose the marks already. Okay, then the payment, that will be 500 per each time, each month. And then the future value is 0. And now you want to work out the present value. That is 24,370 and 0.959. Okay, the second annuity will be for the 3 years. Okay, that's why the period will be 3 times 12, and the interest rate, and then the payment, regular payment for every month is 1,000, no future value, and the present value of this annuity will be 31,678.11, and you add up together, we will have the same result. Okay, that will be the way to work it out. That's why you should rearrange the concerning information to have two annuities. Okay, that will be the way to do it. You better to draw a diagram and to explain, and also helping you to understand and remember. Okay, then another one will be 5.6446. This question is about the EAR on add-on interest loan. Now look at the questions. To borrow 700, you are over an add-on interest loan at 9% with a 12-month monthly payments. First, compute the 12 equal payment and then compute the EAR of the loan. Okay, that's why for this question, you mentioned it's an add-on interest loan. That's why you need to work out the interest. And the interest will be the $700 times the interest rate. And the interest is 63. Okay, that's why the total amount becomes 763 in total. Is add-on interest. Okay, now you are required to pay by 12 monthly payment, 12-month installment. Okay, that's why you need to divide it by 12, and that's why every month you are required to pay $63.58. Okay, but that is the monthly payment. And what will be the EAR? And you will find that we need to work out what will be the interest rate in related to this loan. Okay, that's why first of all we need to work out the APR of this loan first. According to that, we know about the period is equal to 12, because there's 12 months, right? Okay, and the principal amount or the present value amount is 700, the present value, okay? And then every month you will pay 63.58 back to the bank, right? Okay, and no future value, and you want to work out the n, the I, okay, the I, that will be equal to 1.3505%. Okay, that is the APR in related to this loan. But the question is asking to what is the EAR. Okay, that's why you can work it out, the APR, the annual amount, and you need to time this figure with 12. And then the APR is 16.21%, not 9%. Okay, not 9%. Although you mentioned it's a 9% right here, but that is actually much higher. Okay, and then there is the APR. If you work out the EAR, it will be much higher because that is being paid by monthly, not at the end of the year. You just pay one lump sum only. Okay, because of that, and you can work out the EAR using the formula. That will be 1 plus the APR over 12 to the power of 12. Okay, and minus 1. And finally, you can work out it will be 17.47%. Okay, that's why compared to this one, a little bit higher. Okay, because that is not paid by one lump sum at the year end only. You pay month by month. Okay, the interest rate will be much higher. Okay, then next one, that will be about the present value and the annuity payment. Okay, for this one, look at the question first. It's about a local furniture store advertising a deal in which you buy a 5,000 living room set with 3 years before you need to make any payment, and no interest cost is incurred. And how much money would you have to deposit now in saving account earning 4% APR and ask you to compound monthly to pay 5,000 bill in 3 years? Alternatively, how much would you have to deposit in saving account each month to be able to pay the bill? Now, one is there are two questions. Okay, one is you deposit one single lump sum, and the second question is by monthly. You deposit by monthly in order to accumulate sufficient amount to buy or to pay for the furnitures. Okay, then we will calculate these two figures. Okay, for the first one, that is being paid by one lump sum money. Okay, that's why you need to work out what should be the present value. You need to save up so that you can accumulate with the interest, and then finally you can pay the 5,000 in the future. Okay, that's why the future should be 5,000. Future value should be 5,000. But now, and you will under an interest rate of 4%, right? Okay, but you will find that there is annual interest rate. That's why you need to divide it by 12. That will become a monthly. Okay, and you need to accumulate the value for 3 years. That's why the total number of months is 36. Okay, because of that, and you need to put 4,435.49, okay, in the saving account under a 4% interest rate. Then 3 years later you will get 5,000, and then that will be sufficient to pay for the furniture store. The other way to work it out is using your financial calculator work it out, but you should write down all this key information and finally compute the amount of the present value. Okay, now that will be the first part of the question. The second part of the question is asking you if you are not put one lump sum money into the saving account. You save it up month by month for 36 months, and how much you should save up for each month for the coming 3 years. Okay, because of that, and you will find that you are using the present value of the annuity formula to work it out, right? Okay, that's why you will substitute all the figures to work it out, and in order to work out the regular payment for every month. And finally, you will find that you need to put $130.95 into your saving account monthly for 36 months. And so that 3 years later, in total, you will have 5,000 to pay for the furniture store. Okay, other than that, same approach. You may use your financial calculator. Okay, show it clearly why that is 36. Okay, don't just write 36. Okay, and it's equal to 3 times 12. The interest rate 4 divided by 12. And then present value is 0. And then the future value is 5,000. And the regular payment, that will be the answer. Okay, that will be 130.95 every month. You need to save up that amount and put this amount into your saving account, and finally accumulate for 3 years, including the principal and the interest. It will become 5,000. Okay, that will be the two different ways to save up the 5,000. Okay, you should show it clearly. Okay, that's all for today. Do you have any question? And if you have any questions, and you may through the chat room to ask me. And you should also submit your assignment before the tutorial class. Okay, you should submit it to me before we start this tutorial class. Okay, if no further question, and this tutorial question video will be finished. And okay, thank you.